First of all, thank you for your presence today at this event organized by ECBC. It's an honor for me to share with you the Moroccan approach to the transposition of the legal and regulatory framework relating to cover band. Allow me to introduce myself, Hicham Chmanti Houari. I have been working for the central bank for over 20 years. In my current role as head of regulation and licensing banks, I participate in the drafting of the law on cover band. Also, I was responsible for transposing the regulatory framework relating to cover band. This presentation will be structured around 5 key points. 5 points. The first point is regarding overview of the Moroccan banking sector. For several years, Morocco has been actively engaged in a dynamic process of modernizing its financial framework and aligning the regulatory framework governing credit institutions with international standards, particularly in light of recent developments within the European. I give you some figures and information. As of 2024, the number of credit institutions stand at 93 institutions allocated like that. We have 19 conventional banks, 5 participative banks, 29 companies, financial, 6 offshore banks, 18 payment institutions, 11 microfinance institutions, 3 crowdfunding institutions, and also we have 2 similar entities, what we call CDG and SNGV. It's specialized institution. This is the public institution for the management for saving, and also another institution for guarantee scheme. There is some figures regarding our sectors. High concentration, we have regional influence. Maybe I'm going to talk about default rates. It's interesting. It stood at 8. It stood at 8.3. It's very good for us. And also the coverage rates of non-performing loans by provision reach about 60%. Maybe a liquidity coverage ratio, LCR, it stood at 182 comparing to 100%. And for the solvency ratio, the average on individual basis, we have about 30.4, and for the tier 1 capital ratio. I think Moroccan banks are more capitalized comparing to other country. Regarding the transposition of our regulation, I'm going to talk about the approach followed by Moroccan Central Bank of Morocco to transpose. The process was led by the Ministry of Economy and Finance in collaboration with Central Bank and other entities like Capital Market Authority and other key stakeholders. This is for me in this regard. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Mr. Luca for his valuable contribution and the efforts made to support our country in developing the law on cover band since the work began in 2010. The project goals was to ensure both legally entity, essentially, and financial stability, while adopting international standards to the Moroccan legal and financial context. The objectives, there is, I think, three main objectives. The first one, the diversification of funding sources of credit institution. The second one, the introduction of a new financial instrument that qualifies for favorable prudential treatment. Now, in our regulation, in LCR, we take account cover band with prudential treatment. Also, the objective is to enhance market confidence and attract foreign investors. Maybe regarding the legal and regulatory framework, there is one sentence that means in the law, only banks can issue cover band. In this sentence, we have bank and issue cover band. Banks. The question, the banks in Morocco, who supervise banks? How the bank are supervised? That's why we have what we call the banking law, especially for the banks. The provision of the banking law are structured around the following points. First of all, subject, entity, and related activity. As we say in the previous slide, we have conventional banks, we have participate bank, we have institution, payment institution, we have a microfinance institution also. We have also a requirement for the approval or licensing process. We have supervision mechanism, customer protection. Also, we have bank resolution mechanism that link with the cover band. Also, I give you also another information. Morocco is required to comply with the provision of the Basel Committee, in particular the 29 principle of effective banking supervision. Morocco has implemented the Basel III since 2013. For banking supervision purposes, the SHEP is already has been implemented in Morocco. We have also a directive on climate risk was already implemented. And if you want to have this regulation, the banking regulation are available on Bank Al Maghreb website. I come back to my sentence. Only banks can issue cover band. Donc, for the banks, we have the banking law. For the cover bands, now we have published a law regarding this subject. And in the main provision of the cover band law are, first of all, we have two categories of cover bands. We have mortgage cover bands, and we have a public cover bands. Also, in this law, we have some provision who give more guarantee for the investors. We have some phrases, some sentence, like, for example, I'm going to read the disposition. That's to give more guarantee to investors. As part of the protection of cover band holders, it's specified that no other creditor of issuing institution, whatever the nature and rank of the lien from which it benefits, may claim and right whatever over the hedging receivables. That means that there is this segregation between receivables and the bank asset. There are a lot of provision on this law who protects investors. Also, after publishing the law gives Bank Al Maghreb to draft 7 circulars. Now we are in this stage. We have we're drafting the circulars, but we need some adoption, some adjustment, adaptation, some fine-tuning for this circular to publish it also for the bank. In this regards, I try to give some information. In 2023, Bank al-Maghrib requests technical assistance from EBRD for the implementation of regulatory framework for the cover bank. I would like also to thank EBRD for the team for this assistance. Also, we do some study visits in Paris to know how the France regulation works and try to have some provision from this. Additionally, we have some bilateral meeting with banks, with the stock exchange of Casablanca and Morocco, also with capital markets, to discuss the development prospects of cover band in Morocco. Maybe it's time to... What you need to remember, the introduction of cover bands addresses the need to diversify long-term financing instruments and strengthen financial stability. The Moroccan approach is based on European best practices while adapting the system to local specificity. Law relating to cover band dedicated to cover band establishes a specific framework guaranteeing the quality of cover assets, transparency of transaction, and enhances investor. The success of this mechanism will depend on its rigorous implementation and the confidence of market participants. Maybe what I want to say that the regulations allowing banks to issue cover bands are due to come into force shortly, maybe in 2-3 months. And at least, there is also good information, at least 2 banks have expressed their appetite to issue cover band as soon as the central bank circular come into force, one of which has a large pool of property loans. In the end, I kindly ask you to wish us good for the next steps in Morocco for this regulation. Thank you very much. Thank you.